Okay, good energy with Courtney Vanderfleet. You can learn from her. You're paired back with Angel Reese. There's some good energy you can walk into in Chicago, right?
Oh, I love that energy. We're ready.
Thank you so much.
No, God!
Hailey Van Lith's entire basketball future flashed before her eyes the instant she learned she had been selected by the Chicago Sky last night. As if reopening a terrible chapter she had previously believed to be over, she is in the same situation that caused her and Angel Reese scores to fall at LSU.
Hailey Van Lith, there is no escaping from hell. She just literally got pulled back into the fray. Oh, God, bless her.
Reese's double-double streaks were reportedly the focus of the Chicago Sky's prior season, with teammates feeling left out. Now, as Van Lith enters a professional setting where jobs are on the line, the basketball community observes this reunion with morbid curiosity. How did we arrive here, then?
Well, no. So last night was the WNBA draft, and my goodness, the young lady out of TCU has been reunited with Angel Reese. Now, you may be like, well, what's the big deal there? Because she already got the hell away from her once.
Hailey Van Lith looked told it all as the commissioner shouted her name after she was selected as the 11th choice in the WNBA draft. It was immediately apparent that something was wrong after a silent storm of emotion. This didn't seem like a dream come true. It appeared to be a nightmare playing out in real time.
To the video, her facial expressions were like, the F just happened to me. What are we doing? I mean,
in comparison to the other draft selections, the difference was startling. Her parents' delighted embraces were accompanied by tears of joy as her peers enjoyed their movie moment confetti. The message sent by Van Lith's body language was entirely different. Her eyes never met that tight smile. She didn't seem to be celebrating a career milestone, but rather struggling to keep her composure at a funeral, as evidenced by her rigid stance and her physical reaction when Chicago was mentioned.
look at this face. Look at this face. God bless her. I mean, the pain and anguish. That's not, I'm about to lose it and I'm happy to be drafted and all. No.
When reporters inquired about seeing Angel again, the awkwardness increased. That now famous comment from Hailey Van Lith was, "I love that energy crazy." Her trembling laugh, ambiguous remarks, and abrupt turn away from follow-ups showed that she was caught in a conversation from which she really wanted to get out.
With Angel Reese, there's some good energy you can walk into in Chicago, right?
Oh, I love that energy. We're ready.
All right, thank you so much.
Comment sections on social media immediately sprang up with statements like, HVL is feeling sick, and suggestions that she should be traded immediately. Basketball supporters could see through the phony grins and tactful responses. In a matter of minutes, video clips examining her response frame by frame were posted on Instagram and Twitter, with everyone coming to the same conclusion. Hailey Van Lith's trip to Chicago upset her. The Chicago Sky social media staff, meanwhile, tried to create buzz about the Van Lith reunion by posting about the Tigers' visit to Chicago and the LSU link, but fans weren't buying it. Every post gathered comments highlighting Van Lith's obvious discomfort, including sobbing and laughing emojis, and this won't go well, according to projections. And this was posted by someone.
Hailey Van Lith, smiling through the pain of returning to toxic hell. There's your boy right there.
Reluctant draft selections have happened in the basketball world before, but Van Lith's response went beyond ordinary disappointment. Her expression was that of someone who had deliberately attempted to leave a situation only to be pulled back into it. After trying to save her basketball career by playing with Reese, she purposefully transferred away from LSU. Now, in a cruel twist of WNBA draft fate, she's being thrust back into the exact circumstance she tried to escape, such as breaking up with someone, moving to a new city, and then learning they recently got hired at your new job.
Jason, I think if I'm reading in between the lines, these two did not enjoy playing with each other the first time.
The statistics that describe what transpired during Van Lith and Reese's on-court performance are so startling that they almost seem made up. We are discussing a statistical decline that jeopardized all of Van Lith's hard-won gains.
Her stats. Let me roll down here to the teams. Louisiana State, 11.6 points a game. She leaves and goes straight to TCU, averages almost 18. The year before at Louisville, almost 20 a game. What does that tell you about her hell that she's got coming?
Prior to working with Angel at Louisville, Reese Hailey Van Lith was a star in her own right. Being the primary scorer and the center of every defensive strategy, he is dropping about 20 points each game. She performed well under pressure and delivered the offensive with assurance and regularity. But after moving to LSU, everything changed. She had to get used to a new system that was controlled by Reese, which caused her scoring to drop by almost half to 11.6 points per game. Not only was she in a rut, but her game was being openly suppressed. Van Lith's scoring increased to over 18 points after she transferred to TCU, indicating a distinct pattern. She was able to play more freely and successfully without Reese involved. This was a return to form, not a coincidence.
Even though they won and had some success, I don't think they won the title that year that Hailey was on the team. But I think she's already experienced what it's like to play with Angel Reese, who is a narcissist and selfish.
Basketball experts who observed this change took note of how Van Lith's role at LSU evolved. In order to become a complementary element in the Angel Reese showcase, she switched from being the major option to a corner station bystander, watching as Reese pursued rebounds and points with her offensive arsenal, while the driving pull-up jumper's pick-and-roll innovation was nullified.
So I don't know why either one of them would be excited to run it back.
The visual narrative is conveyed by comparing game footage from her Louisville days to LSU. She managed possessions at Louisville, erecting a barrier and breaching fortifications. She frequently remained motionless at LSU, anticipating touches that hardly ever came as Reese controlled possessions.
Jesus. Hailey had her worst season playing with Reese, and it wasn't even close. I just showed you the numbers. It was bad.
The psychological effect on Van Lith is explained by this statistical deconstruction. She went through the startling shift from focal point to afterthought. Plays were created just for her, and she was told to make room between the background player and the clutch performer. These figures reflect more than just basketball data. They show how an athlete's self-esteem and role are systematically undermined. There is no denying the pattern. Playing with Angel when Van Lith was separated from Reese, she was able to revert to her former shape after Reese changed her from star to struggle. The figures clearly show why Van Lith seemed so upset about the draft. This is statistical proof supported by 3 years of college data that shows the basketball equivalent of an eclipse. It is not conjecture. Van Lith's light vanishes as Reese gets up.
It's my understanding that every one of those teammates at LSU hated playing with it.
Only a portion of the tale is revealed by the statistics. There is something much more concerning going on behind those dropping numbers. Something that clarifies why Van Lith appeared as though she had seen a ghost at the draft given what transpired in the Chicago Sky's locker room during the previous season. It is understandable why anyone would be terrified of seeing Angel Reese again.
Good one. Gotta watch Hailey Van Lith stand at the three-point line wide open while that girl is chasing the new rebounds record. That's exactly what's about to happen.
Team insiders claim that last season's Chicago Sky basketball strategy prioritized Reese over the success of the team. One player informally referred to the coaching staff, especially Teresa Weatherspoon, as a rebounding machine designed to produce Angel's double-doubles. This exclusive concentration produced an atmosphere where a player's statistics accomplishments took precedence over basketball fundamentals.
Hey, Angel needs to score 4 more points, and it'll take her about 7 to 8 to 10 shots to get there. And so they would shut down everything they do and feed the ball to Angel Reese at the end of the game so she could keep her double-double streak alive.
According to one insider, players were stuck in what was described as an endless supporting role in someone else's highlight reel. Similar to movie set extras who aren't permitted to say their lines as the star steals the show regardless of their performance, Players who failed to put getting the ball to Reese first faced instant repercussions, according to people familiar with the matter. One team source stated, "If you didn't play by Angel's rules, you didn't play at all," describing the direct correlation between bench time and a player's ability to meet Reese's statistics goals.
I think Hailey would be reluctant to re-engage with a narcissist.
The locker room was shattered by this poisonous atmosphere. Some grudgingly adjusted, while others secretly expressed their annoyance at the injustice. On the court, the tension showed out as disjointed plays, hesitating decisions, and strained team dynamics. Reese was characterized as narcissistic and a nightmare for all teammates by those close to the team. Serious character accusations that clarified the obvious uneasiness that many players showed when they shared the court with her.
Shortly after Van Lith heard her name, Angel Reese took to social media to express her excitement.
Reese's social media reaction upon hearing that Van Lith would be joining Chicago demonstrated her unwavering attitude. "The first time, we don't do it correctly. Let's run it back." This wasn't a kind acknowledgement of previous problems, but rather what many saw as a warning. Despite their turbulent past at LSU, Reese saw Van Lith's presence as another chance to control the narrative, as seen by the lack of any mention of personal development or progress.
Quote, "Let's run it back," with a bunch of K's.
Chicago Sky supporters who saw the dynamics of the previous season already expect history to repeat itself. The team will continue to prioritize Reese's rebounding records over Van Lith's, according to several comments. "The toxic cycle is just beginning its second act," a fan pointed out.
It's bad. She's dreading going through Angel Reese's stupid podcast and looking at her every day. It's gonna be awful. Oh my God. I feel bad for her, not gonna lie. There's a lot of people.
The extreme public scrutiny that is currently being placed on this reunion is what is making things worse. Reese's bold social media remark and Van Lith's viral draft rebuttal guarantee that every exchange between them will be scrutinized for tension. Relationships that are strained, especially those with a complex past, rarely get better with such increased care.
I feel sorry for her. She looks like she's gonna cry. Not happy tears either, to be honest. Not happy tears. It's sad. Oh.
Let's be honest. The future of Hailey Van Lith as a professional basketball player is now uncertain. In Chicago, she is dealing with a predicament that could endanger her career and prevent her from ever playing in the WNBA. The study unequivocally demonstrates how playing with Angel Reese could negatively affect her performance and professional growth. She might lose all of her scoring skills in Chicago, just like she did at LSU. Her entire professional livelihood is at jeopardy because of this predicament.
God almighty. And you know what? I will give some Chicago Sky fans credit. They know this already. Some of them know this already. All right? You're looking around right now. No Kennedy Carter, no Marina. I mean, I don't know.
For Van Lith, the future appears to be bleak. Given the huge odds against her, she must overcome a professional obstacle that could define her career. As she negotiates this crucial turning point, her star potential is in jeopardy.